If you have an interest in horses and love learning more about horses, the horse industry, teaching, or even managing your own horse business, then you're in the right place. We would love you to join us on our mission, which is to improve the lives of horses around the world through the education of riders, handlers, and trainers. So get comfortable, listen in, and enjoy.
This has been another episode sponsored by Online Horse College. If you haven't had a look at the wide variety of equine-specific accredited courses, then go to onlinehorsecollege.com and I'll see you over there. Our conversation at Horse Chats today has been brought to you by Equitana, who are now celebrating 20 years of bringing Australian horse lovers everything they love, including equine entertainment, exhibition and competition. So join us on the 15th to the 18th November in the heart of Melbourne to witness a packed program including the main event, full flight, dressage freestyle, All-Star the Way of the Horse and an Australian show jumping record attempt which has been held for almost 39 years, as well as the best in equine retail therapy with more shops than Melbourne Central. Now, after we've done the interview today with Kerrie Bell, then go to equitana.com.au. That website again is equitana.com.au. But first, I'd like you to listen to our conversation with Kerrie Bell. Now, Kerrie's an all-round equine professional. I found out about her. She's an equine sports therapist. She does massage, equissage. She also owns the Oak Saddlery and she's an equestrian coach. So how are you today, Kerrie?
I'm very well, very well. Thank you, Glenys. Great to chat with you.
Great to chat with you, Kerrie. Now, you just seem to me to be the type of person who just wants to learn more. You know, you're sort of all focused around horses, but you're doing different areas, and I'm sure that they'll complement each other. I'm sure that if someone comes into your saddlery and wants to talk about a particular gear, you can talk to them as a coach, you can talk to them as an equine sports therapist, a massage. You know, so it's all sort of complementary. I think it's a really good saddlery. I'm sort of wanting to go to the saddlery before I even leave home to go, right, well, that's the one I want to go to, where the person I talk to really is a professional and really does know about different areas of the horse industry.
Oh, look, there's nothing else I like more than chatting with my customers. I could talk to people about their horses all day. I love it.
Good. I'm sure you got some very loyal customers as well. Yeah.
I have some great local support, yeah. They're fabulous people around this area.
Okay, now, Kerrie, for those who don't know you, can you give us a favourite quote, you know, just so that they can get to know you a little bit better?
I've always really liked a quote, and I think it was from Nuno Oliveira, always saying, ask often, expect a little, and reward a lot. And I think that pretty much sums up how you work with horses, you know, in any way, shape or form that you're handling them.
Yes.
And from babies right up, the little foal handling all through to an older horse.
You know, just reflects the way that he used to train as well. So, yeah, very, very good.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, tell us about a first memory with horses, you know, something that you might have learned, something that was a bit, you know, either learned to do or not to do. Can you remember a particular day early on when you had something to do with horses?
My first experiences with horses was when I was younger and I had no formal training. We were just put on horses on a riding school and we were sent out along the beach at Kurnell and we used to just ride any old how and just try to stay on. But my first real memory was getting my own horse. I came into horses at a later age and I got my own first pony, which was a 13-hand, I'm only a very short adult, 13-hand pony that had been used as a broodmare most of her life, and I was so excited and I had no idea. And I couldn't even catch her. I had to come across a local person who was sort of doing natural horsemanship at the time, and that very much impressed me in how she handled and caught the horse quite quickly. So I was pretty much hooked on that right from the get-go.
Good. I didn't add that in as well, but, you know, I just think, as I said, you just already seem to be the type of person who just wants to learn more.
I just felt I had to catch up on everything that I'd missed out on. You know, I just wanted to soak on it all and learn as much as I could. But I think going into sort of psychology-based training, which was along the lines of the natural horsemanship from that age as an adult, set me up to learn a lot later on, because that set me up to learn the bodywork. Doing it on older horses that not necessarily always were disrespectful, you know, it was just maybe they just couldn't, you know. So I had to learn as I went along to really listen to my horse more, and I'm so grateful for all the questions that system set up for me to further go along and learn more and more and more. And there's no way you could ever consider yourself an expert in any area. You just never stop learning.
Yes.
With horses.
Yep. So you're thinking about the natural horsemanship, you know, the therapy and the saddlery and the coaching. Which was next?
Definitely the therapy.
Okay.
Because I was doing natural horsemanship on older horses, and I have a welfare heart. I'm an absolute marshmallow when it comes to horses. So I had an older horse that I had to try to get through kind of like the systems that I had to maintain. So I had to learn bodywork to try and maintain his soundness and his well-being. And, you know, that and then later I came into classical French training, which connected a lot of the dots for me, because it's along the lines of biomechanical riding for the horse, and it ties in with the anatomy and the way of going. So it makes for a really common sense approach. Yes. For me. Yeah.
What do you think it was with you that made you start to look in all these different areas and connect the dots? You know, was it like you said you've got a welfare heart, but what else was there?
Well, keeping horses well and happy and sound in their work, you know, because once they're gone, you know, once you get a lameness or an unsoundness, it sets you back months in your training and what you're trying to do. So preventative measures suited me much more than large vet bills. So that's what I wanted to learn, is how to keep my horses in their best wellness. And also for them to be happy in their work was really important for me too.
So if someone would like to get into bodywork, what sort of just character traits, what sort of person do they need to be to even think about a career like that?
You have to be, I think, a strong-bodied person. Typical with horses. They're big muscles. They've got big muscles. They've got big joints. They're heavy, and you have to be able to work with them. So you have to have a really patient manner. You have to really have a good, I think, intention in your heart and in your hands to want to help them, because not all horses do enjoy a sports massage, and others will just lap it up, you know. So you've really got to just have that good intention that you want to come in and help the horse, and be prepared to be a little bit of patient with them if they're in pain or cranky, or depending on the situation, you know. And a lot of body workers, I think, get asked a lot of questions that is more in a veterinary realm as well. So you have to be really clear that you are there for soft tissue work. You're not a vet, and to know really when a vet needs to be called. So it's a lot of study and a lot of hard work, but so rewarding. And especially if we get positive feedback from the owner that the horse is doing well and a lot better and seems happier. It's just, makes you feel really good, really good inside.
Good. I'm sure that a lot of people, you know, that's just another area in the horse industry where people are working with horses. And seeing the results, seeing the horses, seeing the owners happy with the results is, I think, what keeps us all going, not just in bodywork. But there's so many other areas as well.
Yeah, and people who are in really competitive sports, you know, they're now recognising the fact that any athlete their body needs good maintenance. So just as you would maintain your horse's body, if you're expecting him to be the athlete you want him to be, then it's to maintain his body is incredibly important.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, how did you come across the saddlery? Did you start it? Did you buy the saddlery as it is? You know, how does that complement you with your bodywork?
Well, I don't chase the bodywork commercially as such, because I do have some arthritis in my hands. Yep. So I did blend it with the equissage. I found the equissage to be a really good tool for horses. My horses love it. So I just thought I was looking for something. I cared for my parents for a long time, and once they passed, I just felt the need to sort of do something a little bit more substantial. So I thought I'll try a local saddlery in my local area and see how that goes. So I'm in my second year now, and it seems to be going okay. So
Good. And are you able then to give advice to people when they come in and talk to them about the bodywork?
Yeah, if people are open and want to have a chat about it, I'm certainly open to talk with them. Yeah, absolutely. Good. I mean, not everybody is open, but it's something that I love to chat about them. And if you can just talk a little bit of lateral stuff around with people, you might cause your idea to become theirs.
Yeah. Sometimes in those discussions too, if you're open yourself, sometimes their ideas become yours. And if you can have a mutual exchange where your ideas become theirs, their ideas become yours, we can all learn and grow.
Absolutely. That's always the plan.
Yes. Okay. Having a saddlery, you opened it up yourself. What was your biggest challenge?
Well, certainly shopping for the stock wasn't. I mean, I'm very good at retail shopping, that's for sure. Finding stock. But finding stock that is of value to people, that isn't highly expensive, but still good quality, I think was the challenge. And having a blend of something that people who are not in horses might also like, some clothing and some giftware and a little bit of, look, it's a country store, I would say. That. Yeah.
Okay.
The basis is equestrian themed for the saddlery, but there's other things in here for people too.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, just to do with saddlery, what's the biggest thing that people would like to get when they come in? What's the biggest area where you give advice with people coming into a saddlery?
The biggest area would be people who just bought a horse.
Okay.
Then they really, they've just walked in the door. They've just got the horse in the paddock, and they may not have had a horse before, so they really have to start. And it's great having the local network of farriers, vets, trainers that come in, local riding schools that come in, so you can really start to network with your local community and help people, steer people in the right direction, and not only just to retail to sell somebody something, but to really sort of try and set them up and help them out in their new journey into horses. Yeah. So I think that's a fabulous way to go.
Okay. And even in the time that you've been associated with horses, have you seen trends changing, to do with saddlery, to do with gear that's being used?
Yeah, lots of new things. Team sorting is becoming incredibly popular in the area, and also working equitation seems to be a new style that's coming along. And I hadn't realised just how many people were into it until you sort of put yourself into the middle of the community and you begin to talk to people. I mean, we've got such wide, diverse range of horsemanship people. We've got people who love showing and hacking. We've got a numerous amount of studs in the area, thoroughbred studs. So we've got track riders and stable grooms, and we've got a lot of eventers in the area. So it's just a huge diverse range. And recreational riders, endurance riders, just all sorts of people that are all sorts of different disciplines.
Yeah.
And they are all loving it, absolutely loving it.
What about trends, though, trends of gear? Is there a certain trend where someone last year you sold quite a few, but this year you're not, or last year you didn't sell many at all, and this year you are? Is there anything along those lines?
Not so much that I can think of. People are really fairly cautious in what they're looking at. Depending on what genre they're doing in their horsemanship, they might be specifically looking for Western saddles. The custom-made Baroque saddles, I have, they've been trending a little bit here. Yep. They've been quite popular because with the working equitation, it's sort of based upon the classical lines of runs back to the early classical dressage, and horses need to be quite collected to be doing it, and they want the whole package and the whole look. So they might go for a Baroque style saddle, which is completely different to anything
Yes,
that a
yes.
normal saddler might sell. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And what do you think's your most popular item?
Oh, my
What do you
most
sell the
popular
most of? Mm.
You know, that's a hard one. That's a real hard one to pick because it could be anything. Yeah, I do sell a lot of the little statues and stuff like that, but mainly breeches, I think. A lot of women come in for breeches.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. Now, just do you sell books there?
No, I
Okay.
don't.
I'm just thinking
Mainly
because
because I was wondering about that. I didn't really know how popular books would still be, with e-books coming out
yes,
and DVD. So I didn't want to sort of get stuck behind the technological boom.
yeah. What I'm finding is that there's a lot of classics. You know, just classical books that are very, very popular. Possibly aren't out in ebooks yet, but they're, you know, like the German Principles of Riding. I think
Yes.
Franz Maringer, Horses Are Made to Be Horses. Some of those real classic books. But yeah, I think with technology and ebooks and websites and software and things like that, it certainly makes getting the information a lot easier.
That's absolutely right. I mean, there's a plethora of information out there now. You can learn an awful lot by scouring the internet and reading those old good books. I've got the Franz Maringer book at home. Actually.
Have you? Yeah. That's pretty
love
popular one.
Pick one up off the shelf. It's and you open it up. You'll quite often find something that's really relevant to perhaps what you were looking for some reason.
Yes. All right. Now, what are you looking forward to at the moment? You've got your Saddlery. You've sort of been going along there for a couple of years. It's been ticking along. You also do a little bit of coaching, a little bit of body work. What are you looking for? What about with your own horses? What do you have with your own horses?
I train classically with a lady called Nicole Weinard that comes out from Germany.
Yep.
And I really love her way of training. And for me, it's about keeping my horse in a healthy, sound way and training him up in the classical style of dressage. I'm hopefully heading towards a little bit more in the high school movements. That's what makes me sing. So if I have a beautiful day at home with my horse, I'm not particularly competitive. But if my horse does well for me at home, I can ride on that high for the next week.
That's good.
Yeah, I love it when my horses are just forward and happy and energetic and on the aids in a nice way.
All right. And I think before I started talking to you about your horse, you were going to say something about the saddlery or the bodywork that you were looking forward to.
I really enjoy the bodywork. I enjoy finding where the horse needs his work and where he really will get the benefit of. And during an assessment, when you go out and you assess the horse, you assess the gait, you assess from behind and the front and from the side, and then you palpate. And it's almost like a detective work, you know. The owner doesn't quite know.
Yep.
And it's a general maintenance tip, and then you're searching for the answers to allow the horse to tell you where he hurts or, you know, where the imbalances are in their bodies. And then if you can make a difference, it's an awfully rewarding feeling. Yeah.
What's an area that people can check, you know, that you might say, look, just check this or
main areas, of course, are the back.
Yep.
So many little side industries have been set up all around this, you know, the bodywork itself and saddle fitting, barefoot trimming, good farrier work, all of those things, osteopathy, teeth, you know, they're all becoming so important now for people to really maintain their horses in a good way. And horses are living longer and healthier lives because of it, I think. You know, owners are really taking all these little complementary health things on board, you know. So, your horse can tell you a lot if you sort of take the time to listen to them, you know. That's really all you got to do is just try to listen to them and then try to figure it out.
Yeah.
like a detective.
Yes. And the other thing is too, you said about the team, and it's that it's not just you always. It's sometimes the team around you that you might need to refer it to. Yeah.
Exactly. You have to be really open to know when a vet needs to be called, or, when a farrier, it's best to get a farrier to look at that, or get the teeth done, or the saddle fit, because unless you're really looking at the cause of the problem will represent itself, time and time over, unless you address it. So if it's something that's not in your realm, then you have to say it to the client, for the benefit of the horse, always for the benefit of the horse. So.
Yes. All right. Now, Kerrie, just in a few sentences, if I was going to get you to summarise your philosophy with horses, how could you do that?
That's a good one. My philosophy is always for the horse and not to the horse.
Okay. What did you say? For the horse, not to the horse? Yeah.
If I'm going to do something, if it needs to be for his benefit.
Yes.
And not for mine. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Now, Kerrie, if people would like to contact you, I know they can at the Oaks Saddlery, and also horsechats.com/Kerrie Bell, which is Kerrie and then Bell, or search for Kerrie, search for Bell at horsechats.com. But how else can they contact you, Kerrie, at the Oaks?
They can, yeah. They can contact me. The mobile number is 0488 013 197.
Nearly got that. All right, then.
Got that wrong.
Yep.
So, always contactable and always up for chat, especially with horses.
Okay. I was going to say, and about quite a few different things, different areas too. So,
Absolutely.
Kerrie, looking forward to getting you back again. I'm sure we can talk in a bit more detail. It's sort of been a bit of a general overall thing today, but I'm sure we could talk in a lot more detail about quite a few points, quite a few tips you'd be able to give us. All right, Kerrie, thanks very much for the chat.
Appreciate your time, Glenys.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate your time. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now, if you're still there, you probably know that I'm absolutely passionate about education within the horse industry. That's why I host this podcast. My other venture is Online Horse College. Have a look now at onlinehorsecollege.com, and I'll see you over there.
Remember that our comments and instructions are general in nature and do not take into consideration your individual horses or your individual ability and circumstances. If you enjoyed this podcast, then please leave your comment below.